Have I told you guys about the coffee bitch theory that I made up? I made it up, but it's real. It's a real thing based on patterns that I've noticed with my clients, with my friends, even with myself. Okay, what is the coffee bitch theory? So this is something I made up because I've noticed that people start out one way in a relationship that, we train people how to treat us. We've probably heard that saying, right? And it's really true. So in the beginning of a relationship, you don't want to start out doing something that you don't intend to keep up, right? Be yourself so the other person knows what they're getting and vice versa. So the coffee bitch theory is like, hey, if you're not someone who wants to bring the other person coffee in bed every morning, don't start out doing that every morning, because eventually, like, let's say you really hate it. You hate making coffee, but you do it anyway because you're trying to pretend like you're some kind of person that you're not, and you're going to get up early and serve this person, breakfast in bed or coffee in the morning before they even get out of bed. It's such a sweet thing. But if you're not really that person, don't pretend like you are, because the way we act in the beginning is we should be representing our true selves. That's who the person is falling in love with. So if that's not really who you are, don't start out being the coffee bitch. And that's just a playful, I don't know why I called it that, but I did. Okay, so can be seen so many ways, right? So ladies, if you want to be with a man who is old-fashioned and he opens your door for you, he pays for things, if that's what you're looking for, then don't be the, let me offer to pay every time you go out. Like, especially if he asks you out and that's your preference, is that you want a man to pay for you, don't offer to pay. Let him be the man, because he's going to feel like, oh, maybe she's that type of girl that, wants to just pay her own bill, like maybe she's a feminist, maybe she's this or that. And if you're really more old-fashioned and you prefer that kind of a gentlemanly behavior, then don't pretend like you're cool with it. Right? What are you doing? You're being the people pleaser again. So we want to start off the relationship as we really are. What's another example I can think of? Well, let's just say it. Sex. Ladies, you hate giving blowjobs. Don't act like you're a blowjob queen. Don't be like doing that every day if it's not something you intend, because you're being fake. And then later on, they're going to be like, oh man, I thought I married someone who was like really into BJs. I mean, I'm sorry guys, but somebody had to say it. Okay. And then, there's other ones too, where a man will totally do grand gestures, all of these things in the beginning of a relationship, and just like completely, like, he's courting the girl, which is great. You want to court someone, you want to show them you're investing time and yes, even money into dating them. So that's a really beautiful thing, but don't, like, once you get the girl, just drop all of it. Then suddenly, like, all of that romance stops, because you were not being your true self. You were just like trying to get the girl. And then suddenly, now that I got you, I can be myself. It's just not fair. So remember, we train people how to treat us, and be yourself in the beginning. Be the person that you're going to be later in the relationship, so somebody doesn't feel like they got the bait and switch.